Over to you, Andreas.
Thank you very much, Ines. And yeah, hello to everybody here in this call today. Hopefully it's not too hot on your side. In Germany currently we have 35 degrees here. It's 4 p.m. Interesting temperature for us. Yeah, hello together. My name is Andreas Killinger. If anybody did not know me from any past webcasts, I'm 12 years at SEEBURGER. I'm global exchange manager for e-invoicing, e-text, Vida, and so on. And I'm also board member of the E-Invoicing Alliance here in Germany. Yes, I have some other functions at SEEBURGER as well. We have a lot of activities in the SAP area or in other communities like FAIR. GINA is for Global Exchange Network Association, for technical committees, for tax declarations. As a board member of the VER, I do some enhanced P2P projects. E-Rechnungsgipfel is a German e-invoicing congress, was last week. End of September is the same one in English, also in Berlin. Exchange Summit, I will be there as well. Yeah, more or less, we are partner to SAP. We are leading user congress for the German DSAG part. This is a German German SAP group. Yeah, exactly. This is a little bit my part, what I cover beside. But let's start with e-invoicing updates or upcoming e-invoicing updates. There are not so many changes, but there are some changes. And we will start with some new countries as well. We are now in 26 here on the left side. Belgium is done. Croatia is actually done. Poland is done. Poland, we have maybe a little bit positive messages, so they expand maybe in 2027. They have no penalties in the next year. Hopefully we will get soon this information. France, I go a little bit more in detail extra. What is coming in October is North Macedonia in October. Yes, 27. Germany, I will get later to this. Spain, I will get later to this. Slovakia, I get later to this. Sorry. Estonia is it's in cursive. The message is still there, but the last information is 1.5 years ago. I don't think it will be there, but let's see what happens. Poland, it's not really my part. This is for the really small companies. France, phase 2 come later, and Norway will also start. I have an extra slide deck for this as well. 28, Latvia, Lithuania, Slovenia. We will see what the requirements there are. This is still 1.5 years. There's still time. We will see. Ireland will Peppol, for example. UK will be Peppol in 29. And Sweden, Netherlands, Norway, everything will be probably Peppol. But I think we concentrate now to in 26, 27, and not what happened in 29. You see here there are still some countries are missing. Like let it be like Bulgaria, let it be like Luxembourg, or let it be like a lot of countries that is a part of the European community are still missing. And interesting is we will have a lot of changes next time. Hungary, the current mandate is from 2018. I covered this 8 years ago as well. It's funny, everything we let it die because we are going to change to the Peppol network. The date exactly is not. But it's not official yet. I can imagine maybe 28, 29. I don't know it, but it's for sure they must do any change or they must change the system because the NAV system it's not ready for the VIDA mandate in the middle of 2030. And so in this case, Hungary has to change, Romania has to change, Poland has to change again because you can see it. Denmark is going to change from, they will get the Nenhandel platform, they will let it die and they will change to the Peppol network. Nenhandel, as long the contracts are running, you can use it. If the contracts are done, then what does it mean? Then you have to change to Peppol as well. And the last one is for many people can imagine, it's a little bit, it's a shock, can imagine for you that that Peppol or Poland is going to change to the Peppol network. The current version with the AS2 to the KSIF platform is just a short solution. So they plan to change in the Peppol network as well. B2G is already in the Peppol platform, the PEF version, PEF, it's the version. So I don't know when it will be, 27, 28, 29. I don't know. I think they are still don't know it as well. We will have to see what coming up. But there are 3 changes now, and it's Denmark, and it will be Hungary, and it will be Poland. The changes. Let's see what is coming up. What is really coming for? So, for example, one again, Romania must also change. Italy should change the system as well. Yeah, let's see what coming up. We don't know. This will be really an interesting time the next 3-4 years. We will be busy and and have a lot of things to do in this case. Okay, this is just the changes. What is coming up? My next, hopefully my next meet the expert here in I think in October, September. Now we have holiday season. It doesn't make any sense. Let's do this after this. Then we will. I hope I have some more information in this case. But let's do some reminder. You know, Germany is on the way for the sending part in more or less 6 months tomorrow, and it's still a half year, and then you have to send also electronic invoice from your ERP system. We have a receiving mandate already since beginning of 25, and now we have a sending mandate beginning of 27 for countries what is bigger than not countries. For customers, sorry, for companies with a little bit more than 800,000 euro. But I have it in my next slide as well. What is here the requirement? It's B2B, that's for sure. And the second part is the digital reporting requirement, the DRR, and what is the step before VIDA. And yes, I was surprised that last week was the E-Invoicing Congress in Berlin. I was surprised that actually currently have between 20 and 25% of all the companies that are just ready to send invoice out. So we have still open 75% of the companies, they have to do anything. And we have still 6 months for the go live or for the start of the mandate. It's very interesting. So what is to do? Timeline, once again, receive. It's January 25. It's 1.5 years ago. So what means for you, if you are not, maybe you get tomorrow an X-Rechnung or Zugpferd from your supplier, for example, then you cannot ignore it. You must take it. You must pay for that, for the invoice, but you must not book it. So you have still a little bit time to prepare your system, but you must be ready in 27. So you cannot say, I don't want to have an X-Rechnung. I need my ED invoice once again. Then the sender can say, no, I don't have any ED invoice. You must be ready to receive it and then manually put it in your system and then pay the invoice to the supplier. Obligation to send, it's 2 phases. It's 27, 28, between our 800,000 money what you make per year. If you are under or below 800,000, you can wait until beginning of 28, January 28. And this is the same one. X-Rechnung Zufahrt, accordance EN 6931. You must make a decision, will it be UBL, CAI, or EDI, if it's according EN 6931. But then that means it's the EDI according EN 6931, then it must look like an original invoice, like a PDF. Take a PDF and compare it with your EDI message. If it's exactly the same written, like street, house number, name, tax ID, everything must be in the EDI message. And now GLN number, for example, for the contact to your partners. This is then not allowed anymore. And so in this case, use UBL. UBL is Peppol, is the X-Rechnung, or CII is then Zugpferd. And the UBL covers CII for sure, because UBL is much bigger than CII. So these options you have. And other formats as well, but it must be according to EN 6931 and able to VAT extract out from the XML structure. Once again, paper, PDF. Sorry, that's written in German. I see Papier is paper. Sorry, PDF. It's not longer permitted, and we do not have penalties in Germany like other countries like Poland or like Belgium or whatever. We do not have penalties, that's for sure. But by the end, the coin has 2 pictures. So what means you would like to have your money, for example, and but you cannot send it. yeah, there's no penalties, but you would like to have as a supplier your money when you send any invoices out. Exactly. This is the timeline for Germany. It's still 6 months. We have summer season now. Then comes the unexpected Christmas season every year. So what means you are really, there's not so much time anymore to realize the sending part until end of this year. The good thing is we have outbound. Yes, we have X-Rechnung and Zugpferd outbound via e-mobility. We name this no dashboard shipping. So what means if you use a provider like SEEBURGER, we will do everything finished in the required format, and then we will send these invoices to your email account back, and you can send it to your final recipients. Oops, falsche Richtung. The opposite way, it should be, by the way, it should be outbound, but this is the same picture. Inbound or outbound. If you send it via Peppol, X-Rechnung via Peppol, it's the connectivity is between the two Peppol access points here, sender and recipients. This is the way. There is no email between. You could also put Zugpferd in a Peppol way, but this is a little bit complicated process, or not complicated, but this is a lot of megabyte when you put Zugpferd invoice in a Peppol structure. Yes, this is different, but I can imagine that soon we have also Zugpferd as an option to send via a Peppol network. Let's go to outside of Germany, to further to Europe. Let's go to the France B2B mandate, and I'm not really going deep to France. This takes too long for this session here. Also here B2B invoicing, and you can see it below B2C transactions. So we have to do both. B2G was from 2017 to 2020. We are done. It's another platform. It's the Chorus Pro platform. It might be that they get together if this business, if the mandate is really live, everybody is finished, and so on and so on. This will we see. And you can nothing do alone. I get sometimes the question, can I do this with my biz on premise, for example? I say, no, this is impossible. You need a contract. You need a contract with a PA, with an approved platform provider. In the past, it was PDP. They changed the name around about a year ago. You need a contract with a PA. We have currently 138 PA provider in the world, and this is not many. These are not many. This is actually just a handful when you think about how many people or how many companies have to do. These are more than 4 million companies. They must do any changes from PDF to structured XML. Yes, doesn't matter what you do, you need an PA for the transport or for the transfer from one point to the next point. Exactly. You have additional things to do. This is cross-border. So then is an e-reporting required for cross-border. Cross-border is outbound of France or inbound to France from other countries or to other countries. You have to do an e-reporting. So you have to do e-reporting. What is cross-border? E-reporting is there are two steps. One is the invoice data, and one is the payment data. So then by the end, if you have an online platform in France, you have to do B2C transactions. So for example, example would be Amazon, for example. Amazon France must do also an e-reporting with the invoices of the consumer. Consumer B2C is for the consumer. This is the list when it's going on here. You see it. We have tomorrow, it's 1st of July 26. In 2 months, must be ready 8,300, and this is the dark number. There are more. There are more than 8,300. It could also be that the part of the September 27 of this 4 million, they must also be ready to receive and to pay the invoice from these 8,300. It's difficult to say how many are already on the side, on the right side. Let it be 100,000, let it be 50,000, I don't know. This is in addition to the 8,300. You see how must do it, anything you see with the employee to the revenue and so on. You know it better. You must be ready or not ready. Once again, sending for the smaller one, you still have more than 1 year time. But if you are part of the recipients and you get anybody from this big companies here, you must ready to receive it, and you must get it in your system, and you must pay the invoices then. So, and then once again, all companies must accept electronic invoice from the beginning and must have a contract with a PA. Contract sounds a little bit stupid, but yes, sure, when you must be registered at one of these service provider where you will have the contract. Every service provider has an own directory, and in this directory will place you after sign of the contract. Exactly. Think about, but currently, if you did not start yet, there's no chance to get the mandate in place. You can forget it. This is impossible. But no worry. I was at 5th and 6th May. I was in Paris at the FNFE conference for the B2B mandate here. And yeah, there was sanction. What's happened if you are too late? You can read it here. You see it. If you are already signed the contract or you are in touch with a PA, but the PA is not fast enough to implement it, then you are safe. You will not get no penalties and so on. If you are waiting too long, you didn't do anything, for example, then you see it with the 3 months here. Then it can be you runs in a penalty if you are not get active within 3 months, for example. So all is good as long you have already a deal with a PA, and then it's a question of time when the service provider is ready to help you. Currently, it's a nightmare for all of our service provider to get this finished. I can say in 5 years maybe we are ready. When you think about 4 million companies, this is a lot of. Okay, the CTC process here in France, a 5-corner model. It's not only the e-invoicing flow. We have the lifecycle flow, we have the e-reporting flow, we have the directory flow. You see, you have a lot of things to do. I'm not going too deep in detail. E-invoicing part is easy. You send the invoice via the PA from one to the next PA. This is our lifecycle flow. There are planned 31 starties or lifecycle flow starties in the nearest future. Currently, we have just 4. So rejected, the client paid and submitted. And this has to come from your ERP system. We cannot handle this from the service providers. And we don't know, did you pay the invoice? We don't know it. Did you decline the invoice? We don't know it. So this your ERP system must prepare a little bit in order to send the status. It's 200, 210, 29, 212, 213. Yes, these are 4 must be starties. And it will be, then we have 5 starties. Sorry, 5 starties, what is recommended. And then we have 5 starties, what is free of use. And then we have altogether, we have 31 starties. You can use this depend on the supplier and buyer situation, what they expect from both sides. But most of the information later must come from the buyer, from the recipients by the end. Okay, directory flow. It's this what I mean. You must be in place when you have a contract. You will be in our directory. Then you are safe and nothing can happen with penalties. Yeah, this is still a reminder. This will be the last slide for France. The original slide is almost 18 slides. If you need it, get in contact to me. We have 44 e-invoicing use cases in France. These are just 8. I know they are missing one. I didn't want to show you everything. There is an official document, or I can send it to you. The official document. So you have 44 different kind of invoicing use cases. I don't know what is in your place. There can be a restaurant recipient, there can be mouth recipient or tour recipient. There are a lot of things what you have to cover. And so you know it better. Go to your tax advisor. They will let you know what use cases you must cover for France. Okay, this was France. France, yeah, for me, langsam, I try to forget France. I did France now from 2020, 6 years. I was involved in the France situation. Hopefully, yeah, everything will run successfully. We will see. But we have other countries as well. The next one is Slovakia. Slovakia is coming up in January next year. It's 27. Send, receive, store structure invoicing for domestic B2B and B2G transaction. There was already a mandate B2G over 5,000 euro via the ISEFA interface or platform or whatever, but now everybody has to do anything in January next year. And yeah, it will be Peppol based. It's not difficult for a service provider like us, but there are a lot of stepstones. I will explain it later. It will be via Peppol. It will be BIS billing 3.0. By the way, 3.0 it's going to end, and it will soon will be 4.0. We are on the way on this. Now it's the stepstone for a service provider again. Invoices are received and sent via digital postman. So what means this is for sure it's Peppol access point. Yeah, but you must be you need a certification, you need an accreditation as a service provider in Slovakia. It's not so yeah, it doesn't cost so much time like in France. But it costs time because governments answer very, very slowly. And so we are already, I don't know, 4 or 5 months away and waiting actually daily to get the certification or the accreditation to this number and so on and so on. We will see. Hopefully we will have it in soon. So by the end, SEEBURGER is on the way to get the accreditation for Slovakia as well. By the end, how is the way to get the invoice transmitted? By the end, you must do a registration, token registration at the platform. The platform here, you can see it here a little bit on this picture. Is maybe not the best quality, but there is also the login. You must do a registration with VAT ID, contact email, and so on. And then in this, later when you do this, this registration, then you can select the service provider on the list. So what means when we have this accreditation, then we will also be on the list of this platform. We are waiting daily for that. And then, yeah, if you can select one of these, for sure, you need a contract as well. It's not for free, for sure. Sorry. Then we can work together. Yeah. Then, but once again, it will be it runs via a token. And with the VAT ID and so on. You get everything after the registration, you get sent it via email. So what, by the way, with the token, everything we have to do it in place here on our side so that we can get in touch with you and so on and so on. So this is the process. It's a 5-corner model with Peppol. But here I would actually say for me, it's more or less a 6-corner model because Slovakia is the first country what require the MLS process, message level status. So what means this is an answer. We have the MDN, the message data notifications in SEO in the Peppol area, but now this is just the technical way. Everything is fine. Okay, Peppol can work with this, but now Slovakia expect the answer of the recipient. So I must say, I accept your invoice, or I don't accept, and so on and so on. This is the first moment in this case. Yes, but by the end, the way once again it's not difficult for us. It's easy to get to do it because we are doing 9 years already Peppol. It is really the accreditation process here, and yeah, it's funny if you send anything, it needs at least 1 month to get an answer back. Everything must be written in Slovakian language. I'm not sure how to speak it in English. It doesn't matter. Yes, we did already. We have the MLS process now running and working. So we are just waiting to get this answer from the Slovakian government. Hopefully, it will be the next time. We had a call this morning once again with them, and because they missed anything, we gave them the information. Hopefully, the next days we have this mandate here, and we are promised to provide a service by in the next hopefully 6 weeks, 8 weeks, so that we can start with our customers. Let's go to Norway. Norway starts also in half year, exactly. Here it's some regulation. You must be a Norwegian bookkeeping obligations. You must have this. If you do not have this, you must not do anything. You know it better. Do you have this bookkeeping obligations? I don't know. So is there anybody who has, sorry, has a turnover of less than 50,000 Norwegian crowns? Then you must also do, this is around about 4,500 euros a fine. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, and then you must also not do it. And for sure, what includes the reform, it's tax compliant, reduced administration, because the same what we expect in all countries, what they say, sure, now by the end is for sure close the tax caps. This is I think everybody know that. Yes, we have the EHF, electronic handles format. We have the Peppol format, and one of these formats we have to transfer. But here in the next slide, it's better explained. 2019, by the way, we did already B2G with Norway. So what means we have this already on place. For us, this is not new. And B2B was no mandate. You can free of use if you want to. We are able to do number 2 for sure with the Peppol delivery network. We have the solution. SEEBURGER is actually ready for this. The only thing what can be that Norway decided, also a certification or accreditation. Nobody knows what will be in the next time. Hopefully they do not change anything, because everything costs so much time in the e-invoicing regulation world. Timeline once again is January 27, and this is really funny. I'm not sure that they think about what they say. This is a mandatory, it is a sending obligation in January, and the recipient obligation is in January 2013. So what, nobody can explain me that. You get this invoice now 1st of September, 1st of January, but it's not mandatory to receive it. For me, there is still a gap for me. Hopefully, okay, but they explained that during this year there will come some more documents. I can imagine that Norway, there will be some small changes. Hopefully, no certification, no accreditation process. I don't need that here for Norway. Exactly. It's easier like Slovakia. Here is just a four-corner model. Here is still no text platform or anything else between. Here is just the changes from supplier to customer or customer to supplier. And here is also now MLS process, measure level status. Nobody asked for this here. It's easier, but you have to do anything in January. This is for sure. Let's come to the last point. I promised not to use my 60 minutes, what I have. I tried a little bit faster. Spain is for me the first time that I presented here in any meet experts or customer meetings or whatever. That's for me also very new. I can imagine I will have a lot of updates the next, or not updates, a lot of changes in my slides. And because for sure, new mandate, you must learn it. You didn't have any training or practice or whatever, but doesn't matter. Let's see how it runs. And there are also from my side, when I see the documents, everything, there is still a lot of gaps in it. I can imagine there comes some more paperwork and changes and so on and so on. Okay, here it's important obligation to invoicing only if both of the parties are VAT registered in Spain and established in Spain. I guess you know better also for me, that then you have to do anything. And yeah, it was approved on the 24th March this year. At this time, it's funny, this time I was for a business trip in Spain. Exactly. And behind is the AEAT platform. So AEAT, it's very old. You know it from SII, from the tax declaration 8 years ago or 9 years ago. Maybe you do it already. Will be the same platform. So for them, Spain is already trained from the technical perspective. So they could actually start. It's not like France, it's not like any other countries, what has to be configured from the beginning. Here they have the platform. And yes, we will see behind this red ones here are links. When you get this, I think you can get around and you get the technical guidance, documentation, and so on and so on. We have here, and you yeah, private platform. Yes, it's written in the law. Private platforms are service provider like SEEBURGER, for example, and we have the state platform. In this case, this is the SPFE. I will have to show you later how it looks like for the exchange of the structures in out. The good thing is in Spain, it's not like France. Spain has a public area, so if you have just 2 invoices per year or per month or whatever, you don't need a service provider, so you can do it by hand. This is for sure not in France. This is the good thing here for Spain. This is the timeline and provisional Spanish invoicing launch table. I don't believe on the 1st of October. Sorry, there is missing the October, but doesn't matter. I don't believe on the October 27 to start. I think it will be starting in 28 anytime, but let's see what it is. It's easy to explain. October 26, you see it here, order enters into force. So, and then starts actually first the 12 months after the final regulations are published. So then would be either they will send it in September this year, or they will move it to November 27. This is because you really have 12 months, and 12 months must be really 12 months. It cannot be 11 months and 29 days. It must be 12 months. Or they will start within the months. This could also be October 26. We have the test environment. So what means there will be a test environment and there will be a production environment. This is not in France. But it's in Spain, it was in Poland, and yeah, not sure this is good. 27 August, public platform appears, and then October 27 we will see starts for the big companies. 8 million is the turnover, and 1 year later for all the others. And the payment status reporting extended into smaller entities in October 29. Exactly. Yes, it's still challenging. From my perspective, there will be a postponement. We will see what happens next time. And as soon as I know more, I will do a Meet the Expert Spain with more information. As soon as I have all documents, or better, as soon as I have all the final regulations. When I have it, then I will do just a webcast just for Spain. They plan also to leave the tax declaration SRI in parallel. And it could be that the consideration after some years of the go live, we don't know it, we will see it. And yeah, everybody from 2070 asked me, oh, is SII, can we forget it? No, it runs in parallel. So the good thing here is we have a little bit, also a lot of formats. We have CII, EDIFACT, and then we have the FARZE. This is for B2G invoices. The platform is only be possible to work with UBL 2.5, but this is okay. Everything else is part of the service provider. Then you have special features here, and you have a unique invoice ID derived from the tax ID. This is the NEF. It's written what it means here. And some other numbers. Expect no embedded attachments. So what means you cannot put everything in it here. Then a limited signature should be used, and so on and so on. You can read it here. Yeah, you see the validation model is, yeah, it must be a validation in Spain. It starts like this, but the validation model must be handled from the service provider. You see, Spain will not provide a public online validation service. So what means if you have just 1 or 2 invoices and this is not valid, then and you don't get the money, anything, and then nobody can check this. For the small invoice issuer, is no validation. Everything else we must do. It's written with the validation, with XSD validation, schema turn validation. This has to be done, or the service provider must have this in place so that we can play also in the Spanish B2B mandate game. But yeah, this is the same in France, in other countries as well. For SEEBURGER, is this not a big problem. Yeah, we have the private platform. private platform. This is like SEEBURGER as a service provider. They named it private platform, or the government public electronic invoice include the SPFE. So once again, this is for just a handful. But if you decided to take in service provider, must not be SEEBURGER, can anybody else as well. Sorry. Then now this is now the challenge. It's a faithful copy of the invoice to the SPF. This is also a little bit similar like France, where we put the invoice data stream to the PPF platform. Here is a faithful or trustful copy of the original invoices. This is a little bit a challenge. Currently, there is no real deep documentation for that, but I can imagine soon it will come, and then we can do this on place. So if you are not using a service provider like SEEBURGER, and you go to the public invoicing solution, everything is available apart from the validation. There is an archive system, there is an insurance platform where you can really put it by hand. It's for sure connected to all the private platforms, and payment monitoring, everything will be available in this, but really this makes only sense if you have just a handful of invoices. So all business must issue, receive, and process invoicing in B2B transaction. This is the part. So what means it is a little bit like life cycle, like in France. So you must confirm if you are not receiving it or if you did not pay it, for example. And yes, and once again, we note these structure copy of each invoice into the public system. This is what we will do. And we must, the recipient must accept, paid, and rejected within 4 business days. This is a part of you. We cannot do that because we don't know it. Did you pay? Did you reject it? Did you accept it? Not accept it? This part is really a part of your ERP system. Maybe there are coming changes so that we can do anything as a service provider. Currently, I don't know it. Exactly. Once again, these are the 4 regulations here currently in Spain with the life cycle: acceptance, rejections, due date, and for full payment date. Once again, more or less the same like in France, but in France it's growing up to 31. Let's see what is coming. Let's wait to October when we get all the official documents finished and so on and so on. I think this is the beginning. This is 1.0 version, and then we will see how it's going on. Now, this is a little bit architecture. One is for sure, and this is the last slide by the end for Spain. One is for sure permitted. Is it's or not allowed anymore? Is the sending between the supplier and customer and so on. This way, it's not allowed anymore. And everything else is okay. You can get straight in touch. They can get straight in touch with the SPFE platform. They can either send it straight to another person, or they send it to another platform. This depends on, and then they change it and send it back to them. Depend on what is the recipient able to receive. If you use, for example, a platform, it's nice, plataforma privada. As this is the private platform, is a service provider. I used the original word. In any kind of format, so we have transferred it to the private platform number 1, for example, or to the 2. I did not use this now. I use this way here. So, and in parallel, you have the trusted copy. It's Spanish. We have to send it over or the opposite way. Comes a FARSE invoice to platform 1. We have to send it maybe to platform 2, or we have to send it there, and in parallel we have to send it a copier to the SPFE platform database or portal, however you name it. What is a part of the AEAT? Sorry. And it's a little bit confusing, but if you this picture, this is a copy. Actually, there is an original one was in the news or in some of this document. I put it in SEEBURGER style a little bit. I can imagine that I will have more ideas, because really we are still in children's shoes with this here with this mandate. And I can imagine in the next 3-4 months, there will be a lot of changes. And I will inform you in a longer Spain mandate what happened. I am also GINA member, Global Exchange Network Association. There will be a chapter just for Spain. I will be involved in this in order to get more information. So what means I'm always in the front to get the newest information for that. I'm not 100% deep in this. Could be I forgot anything and I miss anything. It is always to learn from a mandate. And the government also learn from anything new. So what means I have for sure more knowledge, maybe in 1 or 2 months, as nobody knows. What can we do? We can help you with e-invoicing services, not worldwide, but we cover a lot of. We had more than 500 projects. We have B2B, B2G, and B2 tax solutions, and so on. We can connect to everywhere, to all ERP systems, and we have e-invoicing platforms in on-premise, cloud, or hybrid. But one is for sure, France is in the cloud because it's impossible. Or you are a service provider, a PA as well, then you can do it on your on-premise side, for example. We have a full loop of documents. We are not only doing invoices. We are already 40 years old. We are born in 1986. So what means we are coming from also from orders or orders response and so on and so on. Yeah, we cover a lot of, I think, around about 55 countries we cover. We are also a little bit outside, like Malaysia, for example, Romania, and so on, Croatia. We have a lot of Peppol solutions, and it's coming more and more and more. Here you see Poland is still B2G. There will be soon B2B as well. Yeah, we will see, as you see already, Norway, we did it. So what means Norway is nothing new for us. The last slide, then we are done. 45 minutes is my plan. Then I can get to Ines. Our concept is for sure we receive from your ERP system the master data in order to create invoices, reports. We have the country solution. We have the mappings with national regulation, with signature and so on, with visualization of the invoice, with validation, with connectivity to all important platforms, national portals, customers or supplier, because we have Peppol access point, email for sure, EDI, web service, AS2, AS4, and so on, so on. We have a legal archiving possibility as well. If you start new, then we can have an archiving, we must do it. And monitoring our message tracking is also, in this case, of the centrally invoicing service of the CIS. Yeah, in this case, I am done. Time for questions.